The knock came at 6:12 a.m., sharp and furious, like someone trying to break down more than just my door. I opened it half asleep and found a court officer holding papers. My mother crying behind him. My father staring at me like I'd already committed the crime. "You're being sued," the officer said. Sued by my own parents because I refused to sell the apartment I worked 10 years to buy so my sister could get out of her third divorce. In that moment, something in me snapped so cleanly it felt surgical. They thought they could corner me, shame me, bleed me dry. They had no idea what lesson they just signed up for. Growing up, I was the responsible one, the fixer, the backup plan. My sister was a storm, loud, reckless, always crashing into walls someone else had to pay to rebuild. Every time she fell, my parents turned to me, my savings, my time, my future. When I bought my apartment, tiny but mine, it felt like the first boundary I'd ever built, brick by brick, piece by piece. Then my sister's marriage imploded, predictably, explosively. Lawyers, debts, tears. My parents came over with smiles that didn't reach their eyes and a proposal that was really a demand. Sell the apartment. My father said, like he was asking me to pass the salt. Family helps family. I said no. The room went cold. My mother cried. My father warned me I'd regret it. A week later, the lawsuit arrived. They claimed I owed them for raising me, that my apartment was built on their sacrifices. They wanted the court to force a sale. I didn't scream. I didn't beg. I did something far more dangerous. I prepared. I hired a lawyer who specialized in family financial abuse. Then I dug up everything: bank transfers, old messages, voicemails, emails. Years of proof showing how much money I'd already given them, how often they'd pressured me, how many times they'd promised repayment that never came. I found documents showing my parents had secretly co-signed massive loans for my sister without telling me, then tried to make me the emergency exit. But I didn't stop there. I requested a full audit of the family business my father always bragged about. Turns out it was barely legal and heavily dependent on my silent contributions over the years. Contributions they never declared. I didn't threaten. I didn't warn. I simply let the truth walk calmly into the courtroom. The day of the hearing, my parents sat across from me, confident, offended, righteous. My sister wasn't there, too emotionally overwhelmed. Typical. Then my lawyer stood. For 2 hours, everything spilled out. The manipulation, the money trail, the emotional pressure, the false claims. The judge's expression shifted from neutral to sharp. My mother stopped crying. My father started sweating. When it was over, the ruling was devastating. For them, the case was dismissed. Immediately, with a warning about filing frivolous lawsuits. The judge also recommended further investigation into their finances. My parents walked out of that courtroom smaller than I'd ever seen them. But the real lesson came after. I cut financial ties completely. Legally. Permanently. I sent a final letter, calm, factual, unbreakable, stating that any future contact would go through my lawyer. No money. No favors. No rescues. My sister called, screaming that I'd ruined the family. I hung up. Months later, my parents tried to reconcile. Apologies wrapped in nostalgia. I listened, then I said no again. Not out of anger, but clarity. You see, the revenge wasn't destruction. It was freedom. I kept my apartment. I kept my peace. And for the first time in my life, they learned that love isn't leverage, and that suing the wrong person can cost you everything.